So what if Gon never met Killua?
かっこいい。俺キルア。俺はゴン。
Alright, what is going on, people? Today we're going to talk about what if Gon never met Killua. And I'm going to try as best as possible to describe each outcome and try to dig in deeper to how it might change the story and character development and everything within the series. And to make things clear, I'm going to go over two possible scenarios in which Gon never met Killua. One being Killua was in the Hunter exam with Gon, but they just never became friends, and the other being Killua never showed up or just went to a different Hunter exam which wasn't in the same year as Gon. Alright, so first off, we start off in the Hunter exam arc. Now, assuming Gon and Killua did not become friends, I believe there'd be little change up until about phase 3 of the exam. Now, in the third stage, in the Hunter exam, 5 people were to go up against 5 other prisoners in essentially self-suggested competitions. Now, in the event that Killua did not show up, then he would not be there as the 5th member with Gon, Kurapika, Leorio, and Tumpa. And this could result in a possible loss for the aspiring hunters because the 5th member might not have won against Jonas the Dissector, and they would probably have to try another time. However, for the sake of the discussion, let's just assume that they did pass this stage. Now, in the scenario that Killua is there, but not friends with Gon, I believe the story would stay the same up until they made a choice between taking the easy path or the hard path. Now, it is possible that Killua, since not being friends with Gon, he would have no formal relationship with him and therefore showing no mercy or hesitation in killing the rest of them. Because, I mean, let's be honest, I think Killua could probably, at that point in the story, could probably kill them in one shot. But anyway, moving on, if the 5th member was a random person instead of Killua, then I kind of think the story would play out as normal. Unless that 5th person was crazy or tried to attack them, then it could be different. But moving on to the 4th stage of the Hunter exam, the remaining examinees were required to collect badges from each player. As said before, if Killua did not show up, then there would be a chance that he'd kill one of our protagonists. I'm sorry. If Killua did show up, there would be a chance that he'd kill one of our protagonists to retrieve a badge, because once again he would not have any qualms with Gon, and that could possibly end the story right there. And if Killua were absent in this part, then it would probably play out as normal, with the exception of maybe 1 or 2 hunters making it into the 5th stage. Now, in the 5th stage, in the pre-5th stage, every competitor had an interview with Netero. Now, the interview responses of Gon, Hisoka, and Botaro would change since Killua would either not be there or simply have no connection to Gon or Hisoka. Now, continuing with the 5th stage, there would be matches between each fighter that required making the other person surrender. I believe Gon's match would stay the same, as well as Kurapika's. However, if Killua had not attended or become friends with Gon, then this would mean that he would not be friends with Kurapika or Leorio, therefore probably leading to Leorio's loss or possible death in his match against Botaro. And I say this because, well, I don't know. I don't think Leorio would beat Botaro, so he'd probably lose or die. And not become a hunter, and thus leaving Gon and Kurapika as the main characters. But once again, for the sake of the video, let's just say Leorio passes the exam. Furthermore, the Zoldyck Mansion arc to retrieve Killua would not even exist in either scenario, as they would have no reason to ever visit Killua's household. And continuing after those events, our 2 scenarios finally merge into one what-if scenario. Or at least, that's what I'm doing, as the possibilities could be endless. Now, since Killua is no longer part of Gon's story, this would make many changes to the main story timeline. Now, more than likely, the Heaven's Arena arc would not even exist because Killua had not introduced it to Gon. However, I think that Gon would eventually discover the Heaven's Arena, but not at the same time as the main timeline. Assuming that the events in the Heaven Arena arc still took place, Gon would still most likely learn about Nen from Wing, considering Leorio also went there. I believe. I think it said it somewhere in the anime. But but anyway, from there, the York New City arc would take a big turn of events. Uh, I feel that after agreeing with Leorio to collect the bounty on the Phantom Troop, most likely Gon and Leorio, or just Gon by himself, would be the ones tailing Machi and Nobunaga, since Killua would not be there to tag along with Gon. Now this could lead to either Gon by himself or Gon and Leorio getting captured and possibly escaping in a similar way to Killua and Gon. Now, assuming Gon goes by himself, he might not escape so well or easily, or he possibly couldn't escape at all, and could lead to either him dying or possibly dying, joining the Phantom Troop, which is mostly unlikely, or just simply getting let go. But after this continues, let's just say Leorio and Gon got captured. They would probably be bargained for exchange for Crollo. I think that scenario would probably happen again. And I also think these are parts that the protagonist could die if not for Killua, especially the part where they were held captive in that area where Gon had, I believe, kicked Pakunoda in the chin, and Killua had kicked Machi. They could possibly die there, since I don't know if Leorio would be able to do what Killua did. So that'd be the end of that arc, and then next would be the Greed Island arc. And I feel as though this timeline would stay the same. The only difference being Gon would be without Killua, and beating the game might have taken a bit longer. But other than that, I believe it'd be the same. Nothing too drastic of a difference. Now, moving towards the Chimera Ant arc, I feel a lot of people would die. Like, seriously. Assuming Gon still meets Kite the same way, everything is pretty much peaches and rainbows until they meet Pateau. Now, since Killua isn't there to knock out Gon, this is another area where Gon will most likely charge out at Pateau with his rage and probably die, unless he unleashes his, adult Gon state. But he'd probably die after that. Now, let's say he did run away from this counter, then he could also die by Ramat, the rabbit Chimera Ant looking thing, since he was unable to use Nen during his date with Palm, so he probably would die from that, unless Palm could kill Ramat, but it is possible that Ramat could still kill him at that point. Now, considering Killua is out of the question, later on when fighting the Royal Guards, it could have a different outcome. One being that since Killua's not there, Knuckle could die by Yuppie, since he would not be there to Thunderbolt. And I mean, there could be a replacement for Killua, but I don't see, unless they have similar abilities to Killua, then Knuckle would probably die. Now, in Gon's fight against Pateau, he more than likely go into his adult form again, and might even still have a left arm. However, he would go into that coma, or that injured state like he did in the main timeline, and probably die shortly afterwards, since Killua would not be there with Alka to save him. And this would probably end the series and make Gon's quest to find Jing a complete waste. And yeah, it'd be a sad ending. Now, speaking of Jing, if it's possible that he had ability to heal, then he would use it, and the series would probably continue. But if not, he's definitely dead, or just never doing anything again. Now, if Gon dies from this, then let's face it, guys, Jing is a truly terrible father. But yeah, that pretty much concludes the scenario if Gon never met Killua. So leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Also, share your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. I had a lot of fun talking about this, so So I'm really excited to hear your thoughts and opinions about this. So this is your boy Junior Kai. Till next time, signing out.